Hello everyone. Wow. How to start? Hello everyone. Welcome back. At this point, it probably is just welcome because I have not been on this platform for a while. It's been maybe 3 months since I've uploaded a video, and honestly, I feel like I can't even say that I'm back because every time I do that, then I don't upload again. I'll just say I feel moved to vlog this week, and I don't really know why, but I'm just gonna go with it. I have, funnily enough, I've been trying to edit a vlog back from like the summer months, and I still really do want to upload that video. I don't know, as I was kind of thinking about it this past weekend, I was like, it's been so long that it feels very random to just upload a vlog from the summer because there's like no continuity really to any of the videos. The whole point of this is it's going to be more of like a chill kind of catch-up vlog, whatever I really feel like vlogging. I'll probably also share some of the clips that I've had from like the past couple of months that I just haven't been able to find the time to edit and upload, which includes my half marathon. Did run it and I did finish it. I know I like was talking about that for a while and then I did not tell y'all if I actually finished it. So I have a meeting in 10 minutes, but before we do that, I want to finally write my to-do list for today because it's already 11, but I've already had 2 work meetings. So I haven't really had the chance to do that yet. So I'm gonna do that. So this is what we have to do today. The priority obviously always is my full-time job, which I know I mentioned in my other vlog, like my most recent vlog, that I was applying to jobs. And then I think in my endnote section, I mentioned that I did get the job. I forget. I put somewhere that I got the job, but I'm working as a program manager now full-time. So that is my full-time work. I am also going back to the gym for the first time in a very long time. Basically, leading up to my half marathon, I cut down my training sessions to every other week. Then I had my race, which was super fun and exciting. I will insert clips here. So as you may be able to tell from the format of this video, this was supposed to be a cute little reel, but that did not happen. So here it is in my YouTube video. My flight to Chicago was relatively smooth and I met my friend Masami there, who was actually the one who encouraged me to do this in the first place. Here we are on our shakeout run the day before, and we were running to the expo to pick up our materials. It was kind of a long wait, but it was actually pretty fun to just kind of go in and see what was happening and be around all the other people who were also running the race. After that, we decided we wanted to do a little mini food tour, and we got some ramen, had some Jeni's ice cream, and then just kind of got ready for the next day. Race day itself was a very early morning, and I just had some coffee, a little bit of oatmeal, but honestly, I didn't really eat that much. We hopped in our Uber, and within around 20 minutes, we were actually at the race site, and by this point, the sky was already starting to lighten. Here is some footage from the starting line. I was actually in the very back because I was in the slowest group, I think, or around the slowest group, but it was actually nice because it gave me a little bit more time to get settled in, get used to being around all the people, and just get kind of my blood going. Wouldn't you know it, as we were on mile 3, you can see the pro runners coming back. That was one. I believe he won the race. At this point in time, I decided to take a couple more clips because we were starting to hit more of the milestones. I think we passed like the 5K mark and then the 10K mark, mile 10, mile 12. It was a little windy at this point and it started to kind of mist, but it was actually a really nice way to end the race. At this point, I was definitely just running on adrenaline and I was feeling pretty good at this point, not gonna lie. Please now enjoy some clips that my friends took of me during the race.
Go, Emily! Go, Emily!
And then, in my defense, in part of like what is accounted for my absence, which not that I think I need to account for absence because this is like my hobby, but I do feel the need to explain. I got sick after I ran the half marathon, and apparently it's a pretty common thing that happens. I had to actually go to urgent care because I was like feverish and like my head was really hurting and then my throat started hurting, and I took a COVID test, I took a flu test. At urgent care, they tested me for flu. It was neither of those things. It wasn't strep. So they basically told me like it's just probably something upper respiratory, and I took antibiotics and then I was fine. But I was out of work for 3 days. One of those days I was like really not great. The day that I went to urgent care, I was like, it was bad. And thankfully my partner was able to like come home early and like take care of me. But it was, I don't get sick super often. So like, oh, hold on. I have to go to my meeting. Meeting just ended. I think where I left off was that I got sick after my half marathon and had to take some time off. And then unfortunately my grandma passed away, actually. So right as I was starting to feel better from my upper respiratory illness, my grandma passed away. It was not unexpected. She was in hospice. So, you know, coming off of being sick, needing to take time away to actually fly back to the West Coast for her service and just to be with my parents for a little bit. It was a fast trip, but I'm glad I got to go. So just with all of that, October has been a bit of a blur. And so here I am at the end of October thinking about like how I want to, I don't know if finish the year is the right word. I've determined that for the next 2 months, I'm just trying to finish the year mediocrely, I think is what I said to my friend Lena. I was like, I'm just trying to like finish the year, continue to make some progress on some of the pieces of, you know, my work and my PhD and stuff like that. I can't, you know, I made that whole bingo card. There's quite a few things on there that just quite frankly are not going to happen before the end of the year, and that's okay. I'm not putting any pressure on myself to finish a bunch of those before the year ends. I'm just trying to close out 2024 and year 29 and just move into 2025 and year 30, and we'll just take a breath. And yeah, so that is kind of what has been happening. I have a break now. Well, break. I have an hour until my next meeting. I need to make lunch, and I also need to prep for my next work meeting. And then after that, I'll have a little bit more breathing room before I have to go to my training session. So let's make some food. What to say about 9-to-5 life? As I mentioned earlier, this was the job I interviewed for back when I was in the hotel room in Oregon this past summer. And as of the time of recording this voiceover, I've officially passed my probationary period and had a positive annual review, so I'm feeling pretty good about everything. While taking this job has definitely come with plenty of drawbacks, less time to work on my PhD and less free time more generally, the positives have vastly outweighed everything else. I'm making more money than I ever have. I have health insurance and dental insurance through my employer, US problems, and I guess I finally feel like I'm a true adult. Spending the last 5 years in school was a choice, and for a while, no matter how many different jobs I took on, it was hard to not feel like I was behind professionally. While I can see now that I did need some time away from full-time work in order to pursue my PhD in the first place, it's been fun to get back to the quirks of an office job. Honestly, this was the perfect role for me right now. My boss and coworkers know that I'm working on my PhD and I'm still in an academic setting, and none of the work feels too challenging, though the load can be large. As I've settled in more, I figured out what works for me in terms of my commute, meals, and even decorating my desk area a bit. Well, I suppose this might not count as true decoration, but just getting some essentials to help me feel the most comfortable in my cubicle. While I definitely don't want to glorify or seem like I love working in general, especially for survival, I think I'm just very grateful that I have this role right now because I know it is rough out there, and having this job has just helped me in more ways than one.